far as the weather is concerned. And today, if you look out there tonight, the evening, I mean, that is about as good as it gets right now.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Not a cloud in sight, as we were discussing earlier. It's beautiful weather. This is the high pressure moving in that we were showing on the satellite yesterday, and that's what's going to kick the clouds out of here and leave us with really nice weather. A bit warm, a bit dry, and a bit breezy, and we'll discuss what that may mean to our conditions out there. 72 degrees, though, right now in Portland. We hit 75 today. Not bad, right? That's about as warm as we could get so far for September until we get to tomorrow and this week, and we're going to start seeing some of those temperatures really soar. 60 by 10 p.m., a nice clear night. Large area of low pressure here to the northwest. That's going to cause some rains, very strong wind. Gulf of Alaska, areas of Canada. But this high pressure here is going to steer it to the north. It's going to leave us with the drier conditions that we're seeing outside right now. So a big question that you may be asking is, are we going to see another round of wildfire smoke? You may have been hearing that the wind's going to pick on up, and that might cause some issues with the wildfires out there. So let's address that as we look at our smoke and fire headlines here. As far as the smoke forecast goes, I do anticipate some high smoke higher in the atmosphere, a little bit more thin, so leading to maybe some hazy moments as we go into Wednesday and Thursday for areas of the Willamette Valley, and then that may span over into central and eastern Oregon. So there is going to be some smoke, but it shouldn't be in the lower levels and stuck in parts of the valley or anything like that. As far as the wildfire danger goes, because of the wind, I'm not expecting any major impact at this time. They had some good rain. We had that 2 to 4 inches for areas of the Cascade foothills, but it's going to be the central to eastern sides of those fire perimeters that may be dealing with some problems. So with the breezy conditions, there may be some small issues, and of course we'll have those updates for you if we see anything change over the next 12 to 24 hours. All right, weather alerts. We do have that fire weather warning to the south areas of Medford down to areas of California. And yeah, they're still dealing with air quality issues down in California. I want to show you the smoke forecast once again. This is a wider view of this. This is going to take us through the overnight hours. Notice that we still have that wind running out of the north or to the east through most of our Monday until it starts picking up out of the south. And that's going to transport that smoke in. But notice it's really not here till about Wednesday. That's west of the Cascades to the coast there. So if you're in Astoria down through the coast, you'll probably have some hazy conditions as well. Not the case for central and eastern Oregon until about Thursday, when that smoke starts to head to the east as that high pressure transitions off towards the east. So we'll probably have about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with a little bit of wildfire smoke. The wind speeds are about 10 to 15 miles per hour right now. Tomorrow in Portland, they do pick up to about 25 miles per hour, and that will start in Portland through the morning hours. We get to the wind speed forecast here. That's mainly through the west part of the Cascades. Yeah, kind of tame though for central and eastern Oregon there as you go through your Monday, so not nearly as windy. There's that big ridge of high pressure that's going to leave us nice and warm, and watch what happens. We get to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on, and it doesn't move. So we're just going to see that warm weather stick around, but the breeziest moments, again, are going to be tomorrow. All right, 85 on Wednesday, 86 on Thursday, pretty close to record temperatures. We're really wrapping up the month, weighing with some heat, and starting October with some as well.
Yeah, it looks like a midsummer forecast there.
It does.
All right. Well, next on KOIN 6 News.